Hi, everyone. This is either catching you Saturday evening or Sunday morning. This relates to the message of September 13th. And we just trust this will be a real good thing to think about as we join together. I want to encourage you to look at the information on the accompanying message from the Church of Truth. It gives some information about how you can contact us or help give to the ministry that we have here. In one of the magazines that I read, it puts out a word every month and has people build stories around that word and send it in. And they get some kind of an award for doing that if their article is picked. And the last time it was the word dawn, D-A-W-N. And there were some really neat stories that had to do with early in the morning, people's experiences. And it brought to my memory and my attention one Christmas Eve when Betty and I finished the services that we had at the church and were headed for Phoenix, where my parents lived, for Christmas. We were really exhausted, so when we went through Mojave, we decided we'd just spend the night there. We found a motel. And in the morning, I got up by myself early, actually just as the sun was thinking about joining the day. And it was beautiful. The atmosphere was clear and the feeling was just tremendous. And I had one of the highlight spiritual experiences that I've had in my life. Every once in a while, there's a very special thing that happens between ourselves and God in the spiritual dimension. The crazy thing about it is you really don't know what the variables were for why it happened at the time that it did. Is it some unusual way we are feeling and thinking, or is it some positive things that are happening in the spiritual around us so that there's a real connection between ourselves and the spiritual at the time? I really don't know why. I just wish it happened more often, but it doesn't. It's very infrequent when we have what we consider an extremely unusually strong spiritual experience or connection with God. If we can contemplate just our own special experiences, there aren't a whole lot of them. But if we are open to enjoying the spiritual experiences of other people, we certainly add to our own. One of the things I think that would be so helpful to us is to learn how to open up and experience that which other people do too. If we increased our spiritual experiences by being able to embrace and bring to ourselves the experience of others, that would increase our own experiences a great deal. So maybe we need to listen more carefully to the things other people share with us and think in a little bit of a way that maybe that's our experience too. Maybe what other people are experiencing, we also are experiencing, that is part of the human situation and we're a part of the human situation and we can bring a lot of it to ourselves. People can go through the same objective experience and have a different subjective response to it. If you watch an artist, and often at different places you see people drawing, at beaches on the pier, at art shows, there are people who are painting pictures. And the picture they paint is the same for everyone who's watching it. People can buy the pictures as they're produced as copies, and every person in their home can have a copy of the picture. So the picture is exactly the same, but everybody experiences that picture differently. A picture opens up your personal experience as it relates to things that are on the picture. When I watch a mountain scene, I automatically go to the mountain scenes around where we used to live near Mariposa. If I see a hiking scene, I automatically go to times that I've hiked in the mountains, where you carry your backpack, set up the tents, and do all those things. So when you see a picture of the ocean or the picture of a beach or other things, it opens up personal experience. So we enjoy our own memories of what went on. But if we open up to enjoy the memories of other people related to the same thing, it really adds to ourselves. Other people's experience can add to ourselves. One of the enjoyments of group therapy, or actually any group where there's sharing, is because you realize the many different ways that people experience and process the same kind of setting. Nothing really is the same for any two people. In this coronavirus time, there is so much news out there. There is so much information being put out. Not only is the information different from the different networks, news networks, who see things differently, also the difference is coming from the people who watch the same news. So that one person can enjoy and agree with a news commentator, and someone from a different position can look at the same thing and hear the same thing and come out with totally different conclusions. One can think it's wonderful and was really good, and the other could say, how could anybody believe that? How can anyone look at that? So when we're talking about experiencing what other people experience and maybe adding to our own experience from it, we need to kind of determine the persons that we want to be reading, watching, looking at, we become a part of, so that those that we choose to be around add to the peace and the joy and the contentment needed for helping this world be a better place. It's like we can say, who do I want to watch today that's going to help my life and the world be better than it has been? Who do I want to listen to? What do I not want to watch or spend time adding to myself? Something that maybe I really don't want to be a part of myself. Now, what is a little bit difficult about this is we really do need to and want to be aware of what's going on in the world. We're coming up to an election, and we need to know what's going on. We need to know what people are thinking. We need to know what their attitudes are and the positions they're going to take when they're in office. So we can't evade the things that are going on, but maybe we can learn how to be detached from them, to listen without getting caught up to be able to kind of step back and observe it without being sucked up into it. I think the presence of God has that detachment from the things that we are going through. The presence of God and the Spirit of God is innocent with us and actually going through everything we are and experiencing everything we are. But somehow the Spirit can go through all these things and not be caught up in any of the negativity. That's why we believe that God really doesn't pay much attention to the negative. And that, of course, is because the negative really is not a part of what God sees going on. In everything that God sees going on, there's the pulling out of the good. There's observing the things that are moving the world toward a better place and a better time. So we want the presence of God to help us do that same thing. To be able to see what's going on, but at the same time, to look at it in a way that we can know what we can do to make things better, to advance the good through all of this. So we look at the bad that's happening, but see the way that we can help good come from it. Now that was big. That's what we're talking about. That we can see the negative, see everything that's happening, and pray about and find a way that we can somehow make this negative turn out toward the good. May God help us do that, especially around the time of the election when people are just saying the worst about each other. They're saying the worst about each other. And in the middle of this, can we have the God people who can see what the other people are doing, but we spot the good. We spot how some of these negative people maybe do have some good that can come out. And we hope for that good in all of these folks. And we certainly need to hope for that good in this coming election. All of us need to pray that we will be very much in touch with the presence of God within at this specific time. God is going to bring good out of all of this, and we are going to help it happen. We continue to be God's presence at this time as we're a part of what's happening, and we do that by who we are. And I guess we also do that by voting. We thank God for the difference we can help make. And so it is.
Use your eyes, use your eyes. What do you see? Only what you want to see when you use your eyes. Use your mind, use your mind. What do you think when you use your mind? Do you think only what you think you should when you use your mind? Use your heart. Maybe you feel what is true. but it all